Welcome back to What's Next Garage. Today we're going to be rebuilding the deck, changing the oil and the hydraulic oil on this Elite Series Badboy lawnmower with the 54-inch deck. Awesome plush seat with an embroidered Badboy in there. Has the grass height indicator, and we might as well put that all the way down while we're here. You gotta go down. So it's electric down. And we know we're down. Here's our control center. Blade engagement, deck height, throttle, ignition, and hours of service. 220 hours. It's running the Kawasaki FR730V. We're changing the oil for both of the hydraulically driven drives underneath. And those are the Hydro Gear Commercial Series drives. All right, let's figure out how to get this mower deck off, and then we'll go from there. Doesn't look like we need a heck of a lot of tools to get this off of here. We'll just get these links off of here, and we'll get these forks. So these connect to the drive that lowers the back up and down. So back here we can see this. This is what's connected to the electric actuator that raises it up and down. There's one on this side, and then there's one on that side. So those should be able to come off. I could probably take that out, but I still have to disconnect this big link arm. So I think I'll pull this link arm off from up in front, and then we'll come back and we'll take these guys off because we'll release some tension. Maybe if I bring oh, that's heavy. This deck is made out of like 1/4-inch plate. So it's super heavy. And that's a finger squisher down there. I got it raised up on a couple of 2x4s to take some of the pressure off. Yep, now it's loose back there. Yeah, now the links are loose. Okay, let's drop this guy. Then we're gonna take these guys out. We're just gonna release that jam nut on there. There's the belt. I think I'll pull these off. So the belt I should be able to just kind of pull. Okay, there's the belt. Then I'll get these boards out of there. Okay. Then we should be able to just slide that deck out of there. And just gotta clear this. Get that screw fall out of there. No, we didn't get that out of there. Just had to raise it a little bit to get that other. Okay, we got the deck off, and we're gonna check pulleys. All right, we found something noisy. So that one's loud. Okay, let's check the other one. All right, let's listen to this one. That one's loud too. So we'll check. We'll take this one. This one doesn't have any noise. Oh, there's a little. Okay, well I did buy bearings, so we're gonna end up we'll do the spindles on these. And the idler bearings all sound really good. I'm not gonna spin this one too fast, everything will go flying off. Yeah, they all sound good. Okay, we'll take that one, and that one. We'll take the pulleys off, and then we'll take those four. We'll take these 4 bolts out of there, and that'll drop the spindle. And then we'll start putting new bearings in them. These are fine threads, so we have to just be careful. And this is a Bellevue washer. It's got a little curve on it, and that's gonna go down. Oh wow. that whole shaft collar is loose. Look at that. That whole bearing. That is not how that's supposed to work. There's supposed to be a set screw in there to hold that collar up. And that is not there. So this one is up there yet. This one is still okay. That one is not okay. Oh, look at that. So that would be in the bearing race. There's a set screw. This set screw is gone out of this collar also. So that set screw is gone out of that collar as well. That's really lousy. That's really lousy. So none of these are press fit on the shaft to the inner race of the bearing. Okay, so only one. All right, so we're just gonna blast these out and it'll just drop those spindles down. So we might mark these 1, 2, and 3. And we'll just put a little dimple right here. It's heavy. Super heavy. What a small blades. Ooh, she was swinging around some 2x4s, that's for sure. Those are pretty beat up lawnmower blades. And it looks like that shaft will come right out of there. Oh, that's craziness. So they have a spacer. It doesn't look like there's any damage on those bearing races. They must just have turned them, not even size on size. That's almost like, might be a couple tenths under. Let's mic that up once and see for sure. This will tell us exactly where they are on the bearing, what their fits are. 1.18, that's it down here. 1.179, so it's a thou under. 1,000th under size. Yeah, 79 it is. Let's go get a new bearing. Okay, that guy goes on, then this guy. And we put this on there. It looks like we have to tap this guy out of there. He doesn't want to drop. Not much difference. You put it in just right, it goes in just right. So now this one shows signs of big time fretting. And what I mean is, you see the inner race of that bearing is showing some rust. So that means that the contact between this surface and this surface had the ability to do this. So that rust on there, that shows that that bearing was making some movement. And they call that fretting. And it's just moving back and forth a little bit. So we'll clean these up and we'll do the same thing. And the fact that the shaft is 1,000th undersize of the bearing diameter is really interesting, because typically you want to have that inner race nice and small, or well, at least a half a thou. You want at least 5/10 of interference fits, so you have to press that bearing on. See, it has the potential to spin on that inner race, and they utilize the spacer to pinch between the inner races to keep them from turning. See right there where there's some damage to that shaft. I don't believe that's enough damage to call it, no good. Now these are sealed bearings, so they're greased inside. A lot of people will modify their housings, their spindles. They'll pick off this inboard seal, install it, and then they'll actually drill a hole in the spindle housing so that they can put a grease fitting in there. I'm not gonna do that. These really have lasted a long time. This one is coming out nice, so I just got a little cocked. Okay. Let's, I'm gonna just clean this one off real quick. You guys know what that looks like. OEM Badboy mower blades. Look at that. Look at that grind on them babies. Oh man, that's beautiful. I'm absolutely certain there's a torque value for that, but I'm gonna go to there because it flattened out the washer. So if we look at this collar, once the pulley is on and this bolt is put in, it sandwiches that whole entire assembly together. Now we're 100% good. Let's get that American flag back there to see this American bad boy. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of What's Next Garage. Make sure you stick around for part 2, where we're going to be changing the engine oil, the hydrostatic drive hydraulic oil, getting the mower deck mounted, and taking a test cut. Smash that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you'll never miss an episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.